What's up, everybody? My name's Chance. Today we'll be diving into a monstrous mono green food deck. That's right, we're combining some of the new cards from Kaldheim, Old Growth Troll, In Search of Greatness, and Vorinclex into some old format of mono green, that being food, right? Using Goose, Wicked Wolf, and the Feasting Troll King in order to build up basically a lot of value, a lot of big creatures, and send them at our foe. Now we also have access to Battle Mammoth in this deck, and you'll see that some of the cards are blacked out, and that's because I played this during the pre-release event, so thank you Wizards of the Coast for access to that event. Of course, without them I wouldn't have been able to play with all of the cards unlocked, so that was actually really nice privilege that happened there. So anyways, some of the cards are grayed out. If you don't have all the cards, that's fine. Substitute in what you do have. Substitute in some of the old food cards, and it'll still work perfectly fine. Anyways, this food deck, Rumty has ended up taking this food deck to #1 Mythic so many times over the past several months that, you know what, I figured it only got better. We got Vorinclex now that adds additional counters with the Great Hinge. We have Old Growth Troll, which is super good. 3 mana, 4/4 that can come back and add additional mana, and also come back as another 4/4 creature later on with Trample as well. Really good value there. And then of course you have Battle Mammoth. Whenever you don't have a turn 2 play, you can just foretell this, get it down on turn 4, and you have a turn 4 6/5, which is even better than a turn 4, you know, Wicked Wolf or Questing Beast in some scenarios, right? Also, it draws you a card anytime the opponent is going to target a creature of yours with an ability or a spell, which is really nice, right? Furthermore, you have the benefits of Goose gaining you food and mana, which means you can gain life. I won't say infinitely, but you know, every turn 2 mana, create the food, sacrifice the food, 3 life, 4 mana lost. Not that bad of an expense whenever you get into the mid and late game and you're looking for a mana sink. Also 1 mana, you know, draw a card with Great Hinge, great, and it's a flying defender. Scavenging Ooze, we're always going to have graveyard decks, at least nowadays, right, with all the Rogue and Lodorus and all this kind of stuff interacting. Ooze is a great counteracting creature to that stuff, right? Pay 1 mana, exile something, gain life, put a counter on it, it gets bigger, and it gets rid of the annoying stuff. In Search of Greatness, really good in this deck. You know, you got Goose, Ooze, Mammoth, Questing Beast, Mammoth, other Mammoth, right? If you don't foretell it, right here at 5. And then, of course, at 6, you have Vorinclex and Feasting Troll King. Now, you can't get to the Great Hinge, and if you manage to get the Great Hinge down, then this is just going to be a Scry engine, as this will be the biggest CMC in your deck, pretty much, right? 9, you don't have any other permanents that are bigger, but that's why we only run 3 copies. You don't want 4 copies, as, you know, there is such thing as too much of a good thing, right? Anyways, 4 copies of Kazandu Mammoth, as this is still a really great card. You know, mono green food, mono green beatdown, no matter what it is, this is fantastic value. It's a land, it's a creature, and it gets even bigger with more lands, right? Old Growth Troll, we talked about. Questing Beast is solid, especially with the number of planeswalkers popping up. You know, Tybalt, the new Kaya, this 4 mana 4/4 Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste. Haste is really nice, especially with all the new board wipes. You can get in, finish the game out whenever you're in one of those sort of close locked matches, right? Especially with control. Wicked Wolf, really nice removal. Also, it can gain indestructible, so it's hard to remove, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So who's not to love that? 6/5 Battle Mammoth Trampling Elephant thing. We've already talked about that. Great Hinge, gonna give you 2 additional life, 2 additional mana, draw you cards, and +1/+1 counters on all your creatures. It's fantastic. Wrap it up and send it to me. Merry Christmas, right? Vorinclex Monstrous Raider. This is something we actually need to talk about and dive into. So 6 mana, 6/6 Trample Haste, which means whenever it enters the battlefield, it is immediately having an effect, and especially if you have the Great Hinge down, because Vorinclex reads, if you would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead, and that is for you. If an opponent would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, they put half that many of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead, rounded down. So for you, what this means is every time you have a Great Hinge and you enter a creature, namely Vorinclex, right, you're going to put 2 +1/+1 counters instead of 1. So now instead of having a 6/6 Trample Haste, you have an 8/8 Trample Haste. Now this actually works out a lot of the times because you get Great Hinge down here at turn 5, because you have Questing Beast and Wicked Wolf that can come down, sacrifice the food, and now it's a 4/4, which makes your Great Hinge cost 5 mana, right? Battle Mammoth makes it only cost 3 mana. You're usually getting this out on turn, 4, like I said. So really, really cheap. Kazandu Mammoth, again, 5 power, 4 mana for this. So generally you're going to be getting your Great Henge out before your Vorinclex, which means this is coming down as an 8/8 trample haste. That's also really hard for the opponent to remove because they can't just drop an ECD. That little second effect where your opponent gains half as many counters, if it's only going to be 1 counter that they're gaining, they don't gain any because 1 rounded down is 0, as I'm sure you could figure out. Anyways, last but not least, we have 3 copies of Feasting Troll King. When it enters the battlefield, you're going to create 3 food tokens. This is only if you cast it from your hand. Now, this can be with In Search of Greatness casting, because In Search of Greatness simply allows you to cast it for free, but bringing it back from the graveyard, by sacrificing the food does not count as from the hand. So, anyways, great card, 3 food free, which can help with your wolf, can help just gain life, can help bring you this card right back. Also, it's a 7/6 with vigilance and trample, which means it's dealing a lot of damage and it's a great blocker. So all that out of the way, we have 2 copies of Turn Timber Symbiosis. This is for those mid to late game blocks where you're just hitting nothing but lands, and this is, to make sure you don't hit nothing but lands. 4 copies of Castle Garenbrig and 18 copies of Force. Now we are cut a few lands. This is because this is a best of 1 deck, so you don't need as many. We're also curving into a Great Henge very frequently, right? You can even increase this to 4 if you wanted to. I think the deck would still be fine, but I have a problem with double drawing my legendaries, so yeah, this is how I do it. Anyways, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Thank you so much for all the support you've brought to here on the channel. If you're enjoying the content, of course, be sure to hit that subscribe, be sure to hit that like, comment, of course, and share it out to a friend so more people can find the channel and we can help grow the channel bigger, and I can devote more time and efforts into the channel to make it better, right? Anyways, without further ado, we're going to dive right into the match. Anyways, we're going to keep this hand. We see the Great Henge. This is, I won't say it first because we just saw Great Henge last game, but it's the first time that we're seeing it in an opening hand with a good, lay of stuff here, right? So we'll go Goose. I think we're going to go for the Battle Mammoth on turn 3, which... the fact that you can get a turn 3, 6/5 trampling card drawing Mammoth down is a little crazy. A little crazy. And I know a lot of people are saying, Chance, how do you do that? How do you go turn 3 Mammoth? Pretty much exactly how I just did. Goose, turn 2, foretell your Mammoth, turn 3, slam a jamma. Could use the Return to the Wild Speaker. That's a card that I really enjoy, and I don't think I've seen nearly enough, so I agree. Return to the Wild Speaker could be really good. Let's go, Mammoth, let's go. What's your little white weenie's gonna do against this? Huh? Turn 3, I got a 6/5. You got 2 1s? Psh. Now watch, they're gonna immediately exile it. They're gonna be like, yeah, okay. Let me show you what my Banishing Light does real quick. That's alright. You do you, Polychetta? Or maybe it's Polychetta. Polychetta? English, my dear friends. So Battle Mammoth staying on the board. Man, that's so strong. Turn 3 Mammoth. I can't stress how amazing this is. And I gotta say, it feels, I may be boasting a little bit, being a little cocky, but it feels like most of the decks we have dropped today have been pretty bangerific, if that's a word I can use. Soulseer is in red for a reason. That is, Soulseer is a horrible thought. I don't even want to think about Soulseer, alright? Soulseer terrifies me. So we're getting down not only the Great Henge, but also the old growth troll here on turn 4. That's so insane. If I swing in with Mammoth, they could sack, or they could discard with Season and just let the Venerable Knight die, right, to take out our Mammoth. I think we still got to press it. Boros Equipment. Yeah, it might be. I think we still got to press it. Because we're not just getting rid of 1 creature on the board. We're getting rid of 1 creature on the board and 1 card from their hand. So it's still a 2-for-1 kind of deal. And it also allowed us to get down the Great Henge. Why are they blocking with their Usher instead of the Venerable Knight? Venerable Knight... I mean, yes, it doesn't have anything to give a counter to, but the Usher can actually rebuild your your stuff, you know what I mean? Anyways. Any hoosers? How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana available. It's not too bad. Not too shabby. Oh no! My old growth troll getting taken down by a Skyclave apparition. I'm gonna leave that goose alive. You never know when that food is all you'll really need, you know? Just one last meal. Not to be confused with the Last Supper, that kind of last meal, but you know what I mean. Anyways, Feasting Troll King, gonna give us some more food here. Gonna come down, gain us counter, draw some cards, all that general stuff that we've already seen and known and loved so long before. Wicked Wolf, hey, that's pretty good. We could play the Ooze here and draw another card. It takes away the replayability of the Feasting Troll King. Of course, on the next turn, yeah, voice crack, hello. Let's go ahead and get down the Ooze. Gives us an additional creature down, so it's not just remove Feasting Troll King and now our face is wide open again, right? Gives us an additional card draw, and if we need that other food come next turn, we can just tap the goose and gain it, right? Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Am I still on camera here? Yeah, okay. I feel like I gradually am like scooting off the camera, like my body knows. It knows it don't like to be in front of the camera. But my mind... Oh wait, is that how the song goes? My body is telling me... No, it's my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. They got an Ember Cleave, don't they? You have an Ember Cleave. I know it. This is fine. Because we may not trade out here with the Seasoned Hollowblade. They may discard a card to keep the Season alive. We're blocking all but one of that damage, and this Feasting Troll King can come right back come next turn, so not a big deal. And they're sort of revealing their play here to us, like revealing their big coup de grace, blah, 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 blah. So, happy about that at least. 6, 7, 8 mana is what we are dealing with, which means we could get down Feasting plus tap Goose to get down another Feasting. I think that's what we want to do, even though we can use the Wicked Wolf to fight Season and make them discard that last card, or fight Skyclave and get back a 3/3, or whatever, you know. I like this. We're putting down 2 of our big creatures, and we're saving our removal, the wolf there, for later, so. Actually, we don't even need to use the Goose. I forgot about that. As soon as the first Feasting Troll King enters, it's going to create the food for the second one. I think we stay there. I don't think we use the old growth troll. We could create another food with Goose, give us back to the 3. We could exile stuff with Ooze to gain us some life. I think I want to gain the food with the Goose. And that way when we untap, we'll be able to have 3 food for a Feasting Troll King and 1 food for a Wicked Wolf, right? But yeah, mono green, monstrous mono green. This deck feels like it got better in all the right ways. Bigger creatures earlier coming onto the battlefield, more interactions. What's not to love? What's not to love? Now you're not going to get in with any damage, because, yeah. Unless they boost it, I guess. Boost the attack damage, but we'll take out a Troll King here. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Yeah, not really a big deal. I think they know it's going down. Vorinclex! We're gonna do that every time I say that now. On any videos, on any streams. It's just as soon as we see it, as soon as we play it, we gotta scream it to the skies, am I right? Let's get you down, you big old Troll King. Oh, so beautiful. Getting down to Vorinclex as an 8/8. Yes. We don't have any more food, so I actually am going to go for the goose troll play here. Actually, you know what? Before we continue doing this, so I don't fill BM, let's go ahead and attack. Because they could be done with the game as well and just like, okay, now just attack me and we'll be done. I'll call it GG. So I don't want to keep playing my stuff like, oh, look at me. If they're like, yeah, GG. Okay, good game, right? You got to be considerate. They are, I'm sure, on a time schedule just as much as we are, you know? What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic day. This looks pretty good. We got the Ooh, why have I not seen this arena yet? I've been playing all day and I ain't seen the new arena. This is magical. This is making me want some ice cream. Strangely enough, I'm not even... Try Golgari Death Touch. We actually do have a Golgari Death Touch deck somewhere on our play queue. I believe it is... Yeah, Poison Touch. I got so creative with the name, I named it Poison Touch. Alright, give me that scry, baby. Not to be confused with the crying baby. Of course, most people don't want that. There are a few people in the world that want that, but... Eliminate? On my goose? On my goose? Let's create some more food then, huh? Hey, Battle Mammoth, we can get that down for free after we get down the wolf. The wolfay. Off of the Battle Mammoth, we can get Feasting Troll King, so this could go very, very well for us, depending if, of course, the wolf can live, which it should be able to because it's a wolf, and, well, they're known for living, sticking, surviving, and thriving. I'm going to keep that Questing Beast because, again, it can get down the Battle Mammoth, and it's a really good drop for right here, right? The Wolf, yes, it has Indestructible, so it's a little harder to remove. The Questing Beast immediately gets to deal the damage, and we can save the Wolf for some removal for later. Is the cat on left like this, or is it a cool interaction with the Kaldheim map? Oh, no, that's my creature. Heartless Act, hey! Yeah! I love seeing nothing but old cards. I don't know if I've mentioned that to y'all before or not, but I love seeing nothing but old cards in these pre-release events. So great, so very great. Hey, there we go. That is actually a new one. Furious Retribuzione, 4/4 coming down. We're gonna get our Battle Mammoth down this turn, I believe. Yeah, there we go. We're just gonna make our Great Hinge cost less, which means we're gonna be able to get our Great Hinge down. It's gonna be so awesome. Do I want the Great Hinge? Do I want the Feasting Troll King? Because we can also get the Feasting Troll King, gain tons of mana. I definitely want the Great Hinge. What am I talking about? What kind of crazy shenanigans am I talking about? Of course I want the Great Hinge. So of course we can attack with the wolf here, as they can't really do anything about it. Thought the cat got a cold. Oh. So we gotta let that damage happen, right? Now, if they tap their angel, we just have to, I was about to say, sacrifice the food and our wolf is fine. Do I want an ooze? Do I want an ooze? Wait, what? Why did that proc? Oh, because Great Hinge, right, is now our highest. That's a little awkward. That's fine. I didn't want a free Feasting Troll King, no how. No way. No siree. I'll take it the old-fashioned way. Playing and paying. Playing and paying. So, swing all in. They might double block into the Mammoth. They do. Wow, interesting. I've never thought of that before. Bam, bam. Get rid of one of those angels. They're down to 10. We have the Feasting and the Wicked Wolf. Next turn, tons of food to keep the wolf alive. Their angel does get double strike, whatever, not a big deal. We have so much food over here. Y'all hungry? We got a feast going on. Baneslayer, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think that really helps though, right? Like our wolf can get bigger than that Baneslayer. Our feasting is already bigger than that Baneslayer. It helps them with the life gain, but it's not gonna live. It's not gonna live, so shoo. Let's go, Goose. Draw me something good here, Goosey. Draw me something good, Goosey. Ah, okay. Huh? Draw me something good here, Goosey. Damn it. Always with the lands. Always with the freaking fracking lands. Spicy. That's right, it is spicy. For some reason, I also can't say the word spicy without thinking of the Mortal Kombat. Whoopsie. Little head pops out and all that. Eat the food, wolf. Eat the food. Bam, bam. They're down to 2 life. We still got a lot. Like, if you count up all the food and the Great Hinge and all that shenanigans, we got a lot of life. They should swing in with Baneslayer here, but they're not going to gain any more than 5 life. So, Samson taking them down. Anyways, we're going to keep this hand. Human token 1313. But another number, another cog in the machine, if you will. Not us, though. Not I. We stand out. We are unique. We are the Doctor. The one, the only. I'm seeing so many snow decks today, and I gotta say, I'm excited to hop into a few myself. So again, I think I'm just gonna foretell the Mammoth here. Like, we can get down Old Growth Troll, which can block the Nessian if it were to gain up, but I want that Mammoth. Turn 4. Gem Razor. Sure. Sure. Alright. So it's the mono green counters trample deck sort of thing. I'm about to say, we'll take that block all day, any day, error day, if you're offering it. I mean, let's go for the Battle Mammoth here. Gets us our 6/5 down. I think we can attack with the Old Growth. I don't think they will trade out here. Yep. Next turn, we'll be up to 4/5 mana. Vorinclex. It's really annoying. Hey, where's my Great Hinge at? Surprised you are not running Genesis in this deck. We can. Honestly, I just don't think it's that good. We're gonna take that damage. Yeah, call me crazy. Alright, well this is pretty good for us. We get the Old Growth Troll down. We get the In Search of Greatness, which means we should be able to get the Feasting Troll King down for free on the next turn. Yeah, I mean, it is good refill. It's just, theoretically, I would have a Great Hinge somewhere in here. Also, it kind of sucks that they just hit their Vorinclex and I just not seeing them. Just not seeing them. Yeah, you don't want to attack? That's crazy talk. Leave your creatures back. How much mana is that? 1. God damn it, I can't count. Let's just tap it all. 4, 5, 6. This is 7. Alright. What is this? 3 or less enters with 3 additional counters. So we want the Old Growth Troll, right? Vorinclex kills your Great Hinge. It doesn't kill the card draw. Doesn't kill the mana. That makes sense. The only thing we want right now is card draw. Like, our creatures are big. Their creatures are big. Their creatures are getting bigger, but if we can have card draw to put down more of our own creatures or get our own Vorinclex down, that'd be kind of nice. Would be kind of a sick deal. Nope. Another battle mammoth. They realistically can't really target any of our creatures, really, though. We'll be in for a hurting. We do have the food we can gain to, or we can use to gain back some life, but that's going to take us a little bit. Right, but kills the counter. Yes. It does kill the counters that I would get off of the Great Hinge. But okay, so what would happen if I had a Vorinclex down and a Great Hinge, and they had a Vorinclex down? Because then mine is doubling, like, which I guess it would depend on whose Vorinclex ability went off first, right? Because if I doubled it first and then they halved it, you're still at 1. But if they half it and it rounds down and you're at 0, and you try and double 0, you're, well, still at 0. So I would be interested to see how that goes, how that works. But yeah, you know, they're not attacking. We're not too bothered by that. Questing Beast. I mean, that is one that we can just blatantly swing with. We're down to top decking at this point. Sure, give me the beast. Blocking it with the Swarm Shambler. Hey, you know, at least that's one less creature we gotta worry about. That actually does nothing. Adding those counters does absolutely nothing. I'm also very curious as to why they hadn't attacked. Yay! I'm really happy that this mirror mono green match could get both the Vorinclex and the Great Hinge before I could find either. That is a fun one. It's a super duper ultra mega fun one. Come on. Hey, there we go. Classic green players right here. That is very true. That is very true. Alrighty, now we got one as well. Hey, look at there. Now we just need to get our Great Hinge and we can test our theory. Or hell, no, they have a Great Hinge and Vorinclex. We can test our theory here. Let's see, when the next creature enters the battlefield, does it get a counter or no? You're not even gonna play a creature, you goon. You absolute freaking goon. What is this? Alright, bottom. Great Hinge. Wolf. Oh! Ooh! Oh, that's so good. Alright, make sure we go full control. Mwahaha! Our time has come! What? No! I don't... Oh, there we go. I was like, I don't want to eat the food. I want the wolf to eat the food. Alright, hold up, because you're covering up the wolf now. Alright, now we can go out of full control and resolve. Oh, no! It doesn't do it. Oh, wait, does it? Because we have ours? That's so weird. What the heck just happened there? Anybody want to explain? All right, hold up. So they block 7, 6, and 6. We have 6, 5, 11 plus. I just got counters though. That's what I'm. You see the counter on the wolf? See? Sandu. Give me another Vorinclex here. A land! Ugh! They're also about to swing in with that big 15 damage indestructible son of a bitch. So, I think you can gain counters, but when that menu pops up for the double Vorinclex and, you know, one's on the left, one's on the right, and one says halves your counters and one says adds your counters, you got to select the adds your counters. God. Still taking 11 points of damage there. Taking 6. This is stupid. What? Thank you. Alright. It's an interesting game. At least we're figuring out how these interactions work so y'all don't have to, right? How have I scribed through so much of my deck and I still haven't found any Grey Inch? I've only found one Vorinclex. Alrighty. Yeah, but when their creatures about to grow, he got 0 counters. However, your wolf managed to get it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, it's so confusing. But honestly, if this Andy over here just wants to keep building their creatures and not attacking me, I'm all for it. They should have attacked a long time ago. Well, looky, now they're finally doing it. All right, well, we let this resolve. We just let it happen. I'm tired of like fiddling with this.